So the way in which we see our yesterdays dramatically impact the way we perform today. Here we are wanting to have new results. We want to take, like, here's the results that we have had, but we really, really wish that we could have results like this. But here's the results we've been getting. And so whenever you want to improve your results, there's a tendency to only focus on action. Like, oh, I just got to do something different. Yeah, that's true. We do need to do things different, but we also got to step under the surface. Just like this is ground level, but under the surface. And then down here is what we also got to focus on adjusting. It's not just the action steps we do each day that are going to make the difference, but that it's going to be what's down here in the roots of who we are. And so as we go to make, changes moving forward, I like to focus on my actions, like what I need to do different. But then I also like to focus on, like what's going on inside of my head, because that's what's really controlling everything. It's where it's really happening, is below the surface. If I can work on things below the surface, then my actions and behaviors will change sooner. If I only work on my actions, it will take longer to change these results. But if I work on my actions, doing new things that I've never done before, or doing these things better, and I work on what I believe about myself, what I can do and what I can't do, then it's going to cut down the time it takes to change. And so that has been the secret to my success, is to use both sides of the above the surface and below the surface. Now, I also like to get into my memories and my experiences. Since this is where everything starts from, what if I got down in here and I went, okay, how do I remember what happened? How do I remember? Because somebody else could have been standing there in that moment and they remember the experience completely different because they had a different way of looking at it, right? And so what's crazy about this is we have an opportunity to be involved with our past and to be able to improve the way we see things, our experiences, our perceptions on those experiences. And we have a chance to improve the way we see ourselves and see life and see other people and see our skills, which we still today have a full opportunity to influence ourselves, to behave and to perform in a much more efficient and effective way. So that's what I love about life, is that, let's say, yesterday is over, but it's not done being processed. Yesterday may be over. Like, I can't go into yesterday and like do something different, but I can look at it differently. And that's a real step up in your own performance management, because it's like, wait, let's say yesterday was really difficult. And you made some judgments about yourself that have to do with I'm bad, I'm terrible, I'm a bad parent, I can't do things right. But now you're into today. You could look back on yesterday and tell yourself, I tried my best. That's all I had. I really tried my best, and I'm going to give myself a B+ for effort. but I really tried. So now your perception and your memory of yesterday has more mercy, has more, compassion, it has more sympathy. And we can have compassion and sympathy and mercy on ourselves and know that we're trying, which will help us feel like we're still learning, right? So our behavior today is going to be in a better place because we have mercy on ourselves. But if we are hard on ourselves and we judge ourselves and we're critical, then what happens is yesterday has a final judgment on it. And those final judgments might just get locked in and totally set in stone. And we believe we can't change any of that. And so then today we feel like, why try? Why even do this? So the way in which we see our yesterdays dramatically impact the way we perform today. The way in which we see yesterdays dramatically impacts the way we perform today. Because if how could it not, right? We're a collection of memories. At our root source, we're a collection of memories and experiences. And the view we have on that determines the way we look at ourselves. And so when I see somebody who's struggling with action, they're struggling, they can't move forward, they're just really, hesitating, procrastinating, putting things off, they won't make a commitment, they won't make a choice, and they won't make actions. Well, they won't take action. Well, I know underneath the surface, they're in the I can't zone. That's just how it works. I mean, you can pretty much, where else does this go? I mean, there's no other place for this to go. And in the human psychology, it's like, well, if you can't move forward, it's because you believe you can't. And if you have a lot of I can'ts, well, then that means that you have a lot of memories of where things went bad. And that's why you can't move forward. Is because you're still holding judgment on yourself that you did things bad and that you are bad. And which has come to a conclusion of you can't. So then all this underneath the surface view comes up here to the performance. And then that affects your results and what you actually cause to happen. You want this, but maybe you're getting this and maybe even smaller. And you're like, I could never have this. And you think it's never possible. But it's because of the way you see your past, the way you see your past.